All right. Um, so we're back. Got some apocalypse. Um, how are you doing there, Meteor Bright Eyes Armstrong?
Yeah. Look, I'm a little distressed. I received a transmission. So I'm going to go to the without cutting to Mike. I'm going to first thing actually I'm going to do is go while there's already a track playing. Go into my record collection,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to go and I'm looking for a particularly old dusty record that hasn't been played in a long time. Actually, no, it's a CD. It's a CD, and it's been a very long time since I've brought out a CD. Something about the warmth. I'm not sure,
Well, I mean, the
but
thing is that like a record player is more reliable in this climate, right?
well,
Like,
that's exactly right. So I go digging and I find a like like a jewel case that says for emergency use only. And I open it up, and it's got like a blank, like an old CDR in it that's very dusty and clearly hasn't been used in a long time. I fumble around with the CD player and I queue up track 4, and as the song is finishing, I switch to it and play the first bar of Elton John's "Candle in the Wind," specifically the one from 1997, the Princess Diana version. It
Oh
starts
my
off
god.
"Goodbye England's Rose."
yeah,
Yeah, nice.
um, yeah, the like,
I'm clear. This is something that clearly distresses me.
yeah,
Like this is not like this is so far removed from the other stuff that we've been playing for the past however long that we've been here. Uh, this is the best selling single of all time. It has no place in a punk rock playlist.
yeah. Above you, the like corrugated tin roof creaks under the weight of snow. Something the room sits musty as the like the wood that holds the room together is slowly rotting, and Candle in the Wind plays. Um,
Oh.
yeah,
Um, yeah, no, I think I know what this means, and I get very upset. I'm head down, borderline tears, and when the song finishes, nothing happens. There's just dead air.
wow. I think I think I want to like cut to you doing something else from there. Like just skip
Um,
forward a couple of hours.
okay.
Like where do you go from there? Where do you go from this place?
I climbed the tower. I I
Oh,
I climbed the radio tower, and I sit uh, overlooking the vista of the remains really of this urban town. Um,
you
I don't
see
know.
like
Maybe I
like
can.
you look at like there's like a town hall that has like a bus crashed into it just near just like right next to the radio tower and
Yeah, this is like the sweeping panoramic shot of what you can like the of the entire sort of scene. So I see there's a small fire burning. Something is on fire over there. and I can see the river and how
It's like
like big
frozen
it's.
over.
Yeah, yeah, and there's it would probably. Did we decide whether it was it's the cold season, right? Like
Yeah.
it's not the wet at the moment; it's the cold. Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. I'm still in a t-shirt, and it started to snow a little bit.
Yeah. We like look over the river and you can see like in the distance where there's like the train line, and like there's a train that's like come off of the like bit where it's on a bridge over the river and like just gone into the river, and it's like it's got like frost going up the train and everything.
Yeah, and
Somewhere there are dogs barking.
yeah, like and there's like not just barking, but like howling. There's like
Mm.
something primal going on at the moment. It's
Sounds a lot like you're opening your brain to the world psychic maelstrom.
that
Does
that's what it
does
that's
sound
what
like
it
them.
sounds like to me as well. All right, so that's a roll plus weird, yeah.
Can I posit that the seasons are called the damp and the freeze?
I like that.
I mean, I know
It's
I'd call
good.
them both fuck, so
Yeah, fucking damp and fucking freezing.
yeah.
That's so Australian.
You rolled weird and you succeeded partially. On a 7 to 9, the MC gives you an impression. If you already know. Alright, cool. So. I think you see. Like, you look up, right? And
Mhm.
the light is like. The light at the top of the radio tower is like blinking, right?
Mhm.
And then it just drifts slowly off the top of the radio tower, and then and then like with the rest of the snow like slowly drifts down towards you, and
Yeah.
then there's this gust of wind, and like we hear this sound again, right? This like this droning sound, like come up out of the air, as it like drifts on the wind, and it just heads directly south of you. um and I think yeah, I think that's what you
Hmm.
see.
It's cool.
I think
Um.
it heads directly south of you to where you can see like smoke coming out of out of the snow,
Okay.
almost like an ember returning to a fire.
Right. Right. Um. Let me just close my windows so I can see directly south of me. Um. Okay. Okay. Um. How far away do we reckon?
Let me have a look. Bit over a K and a half.
Okay. Yeah. Uh. That's probably something I should check out. Can I tell anything about what's burnt?
You're local to the area. You know that that's, um, the buildings there are not like there's heaps of like circular buildings and like overgrown gardens there. It's a bit
Right.
of a like it's a bit of a place where you like where the weird starts to kick in a bit strong.
Right. Okay. Can I smell the smoke?
I think it's not blowing towards you. I think it's blowing west.
Right. Right. Um. Oh, that's certainly a thing. Um. Hmm. All right. In that case, I'm gonna
It's
head.
coming from sorry. It's coming from here. Sorry.
Can you ping again? Sorry, I missed that.
Just here.
Ah. Okay.
That's the like weird area, right? Like, because this section up back,
Yep.
that grey section is all like like used to be like industrial like working area with like you know that like some of the like parts for your Radio Shack had to be like scavenged from there, but like
Scavenged.
you
Yep.
got other people to do that because you weren't going to go there.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna step down from the tower, get back into the studio, um, make an announce. I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the studio and announce that there's clearly something going on. Looks like one of the places where looks like there's a big fire. Would I know anyone who lived there? Like in that, does anyone live there, or is it
Not that you know of.
okay? Um,
I mean, who would live there? It's full of like, you know, like fucking giant sunflowers that turn to watch you.
all right. I'm definitely going to climb down from the tower and maybe just let my adoring audience know that there's something strange going on. Something strange is burning.
In the neighborhood.
Something something strange definitely going on in the neighborhood, and it's weird, and I don't think it looks good. So I'm, rather than calling someone, and I put the call out on the radio and just let everybody know that in the old industrial area something worth looking at is happening, and I wouldn't be doing my job as a journalist if I didn't do this. So if I didn't go and check this out, and I'm going to just put on. If anyone,
Can I posit a song?
yes,
An idea.
Yep.
It's Beds Are Burning by Midnight
Of
Oil.
course.
yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It's absolutely beds are burning.
And it cuts in like you cut it in early, so it comes in on like How Can We Dance, like on the chorus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna go and check this out. We're gonna do it because there are people out there who've put their lives on the line for me, and it wouldn't be right for me not to do the same. Down, down, down.
Yeah, how could we sleep? when
How
the beds
could
are
we sleep
burning?
while the
These
beds
are
are
the
burning?
questions. These are the questions.
I've also got Jimi Hendrix Fire queued up as well, and and Talking Heads burning down the house. And I'm going to head over towards that, and I'm hoping that two of my friends might have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's okay. I got you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm on it.
All right. In the meantime, at Sunrise's place, Sunrise.
The hearth. Yep.
Sorry, at the hearth, the smell of burning wood and flesh is on there.
Can I turn up?
Yes.
Yep. Totally.
Yeah.
And is this as best as we can tell? Like, do we as an audience know the same fire? Like, it's coming from the same spot?
Yeah, we know that as an audience.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I have a scene I would like to have first.
Yeah.
Because based on this map, it looks like we're considerably closer to the destination than Mito is.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is, I guess, why we.
Yeah,
can
and
smell
so first, presuming that Giv tells me about what just happened, I would like to have a fucking word with Partridge. There's a conversation that needs to be had about what is and is not acceptable.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a conversation I want to have.
So I mean, like that's convenient because Partridge's place is actually on the way.
Okay. Cool.
So, like.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Partridge's place is actually on the edge of the grove, which is where that that smoke pillar. Like, so as you head back that direction, right?
Yeah. Well, actually,
Oh no!
let me check
Actually,
something
let's not
first.
do
Yeah.
that. That's too close. Let's put Partridge's house like here on the other side of Market Day.
Yeah. Let me also just check first. What was the name of the asshole with the gun?
Sticks.
Does Sticks live with Partridge?
I mean,
'Cause
they
really-
did previously.
Actually, it's not so much Partridge specifically I need to have a word.
I mean, it depends on this all depends on like what I tell you, right?
Yes, exactly.
So,
Yeah,
what does
like,
the conversation
what-
look like
what-
between the two of you
yeah,
to
what-
start with?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just sort of like turn up at the
With some sawdust.
Yeah, with some sawdust, exactly. I think I've like put it all in my pockets. I filled my pockets with sawdust now.
Aww.
And I just like turn up, and I think I have like a special knock that I do. That like.
What does the
you
knock
know,
sound like?
You've
I
been
don't
up
know,
your
it's
shit
like
in a haircut.
it's a code.
Yeah.
You can imagine a really impressive knock. Whatever kind of impressive knock you would like.
It's the rhythm of some like nursery rhyme I used to sing you to help you sleep. Like
That's awesome.
the chorus of that or something.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I like come up and like do the knock on the like church door so that it'll like kind of go inside.
Yeah. And I know it's you, so I don't hit the switch up in my room that I've rigged to turn on the decoy light. Instead I just go down to meet you.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
So
I think
I pull the door open and I'm like looming over you out of the darkness of the church, and I'm like, grandchild.
Hey Lola. I think
And I, like,
Mito is
open one
sad.
arm to like give you a hug if you want one.
Yeah. So I just sort of like lean onto like the lower half of you.
Yeah.
And I just sort of like say like into the folds of your cloak, like, I think Mito is sad. We should go see them.
We should.
They played a really weird song.
Yeah.
Also, Partridge is making a fort, but she says I'm not allowed to go there. I think it's like a secret fort.
Partridge is making a secret fort.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And she had these friends with her, Sticks, and the vacuum cleaner one.
Hoover.
Um,
I know like everyone who lives in this community. Like that's all it takes.
The
Especially 'cause-
vacuum cleaner. Do you know what a vacuum cleaner is?
I think I've seen pictures.
Yeah,
I've only seen pictures.
especially because Giv has a very idiosyncratic way of describing people.
Yeah.
Right? Instead of using their names.
Yeah.
So I've gotten good at this game. Yeah. Hoover.
And they were there, and like they were making the fort together. But like, Sticks was really weird. And like didn't want me to be there. Like a lot didn't want me to be there.
How exactly do you mean a lot?
He had a gun and stuff.
Yeah, I think all of that like easy, comfortable warmth that there normally is in Sunrise, and all of like the impression of softness that is given by like the way, like the relaxed way that they stand, and like the many folds of these like layers of cloaks and coats and stuff. All of that just goes very, very still.
And so I think I noticed that, and I'm like, I like sort of like grab hold of it.
Yeah.
I'm like, but he didn't like shoot me with it or anything. It's okay.
And
He was
it's-
just scared.
And it's very good for him that he did.
He was just scared about something, but I don't know what.
Well, let's go have a word with Sticks. Let's
But-
talk about what's okay, and maybe let's help him with what's scary.
Do you think if you talk to them, then they'll let me in the fort?
Well, you never know. Stranger things could happen. Why don't you show me where it is?
What about Mito though?
We've got time to spin by, and then check out what's going on with Mino.
It smells weird out here.
If my nose doesn't mislead me, it's over in the grove, and that's not that far.
Okay.
And I've got longer legs than Mino does, so like.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
think like
even with you on my back, probably
I think
we'll
Giv
still
like
we'd still
like
beat him.
does giggle at that.
Yeah. Yeah, so I followed Giv's directions over to the quote-unquote secret fort.
Yeah, so you hit over
I'm
the
just
castle
like,
partridge.
I've got my radio on my back, and like the whole time I'm like sort of like dancing along to like what is probably the second or third of those songs, and like humming along to it. Yeah.
So yeah, you rock up to this. Yeah, it's an old 50s style like
Yeah.
gypsum or fiberboard house. It has a an Isuzu flatbed truck and a and Statesman. Did we say was a Statesman that?
No, I
No,
don't
it
remember.
wasn't. It was a.
Oops. Chat, help. Why do we
Actually,
assume that they'll remember
if
if
we're
we
talking
don't
about
remember?
car way back in the first episode, I think it maybe was.
Yeah.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah, Partridge's car. Yeah.
Yeah. So those two are there, and yeah, and I think, like yeah, Partridge and Hoover are trying to get they're trying to get a fridge into the door. There's like a whole bunch of stuff on the back of the on the back of the flatbed, right? Like
Yeah.
like there's like some kind of like big like drum shaped like thing, and there's I think there's like a clothes horse and like a hat rack and like just random shit. Yeah, and they're like they're trying to get this fridge into the
Homewares.
Pardon? Yeah.
Homewares. They've got
Yeah.
a bunch of homewares because
Yeah.
they're building a home. Like,
Yeah.
But like, does it seem like an unusually large amount of stuff? Like more stuff than most people would have in this kind of
Most people
apocalypse
I don't
don't
think
bother
situation?
with
most of us
with a
have
bunch of
fridges.
this stuff, right? Like
What's that?
most people don't bother with a bunch of this stuff. Like
Yeah, like
there
a
isn't
fridge.
the power required to run a fridge.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they're just in this half of the year, they're literally not
Yeah, they-
necessary in any way, shape, or form. Also, like,
Yeah, and how they're gonna get power to run it. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that's weird. I think I'm like literally riding on your shoulders, as we like approach.
yeah. So I think we come like down the street, and I've just like got my arms crossed under my jackets,
Mhm.
and I just kind of like come to a halt on the sidewalk in front of the house and just stand there and wait.
Yeah, and like yeah, the like Partridge like sees you and is like, oh, hey Sunrise, we're just working on something. Can you give us a hand with this?
Also, I'm totally like negatively impacting your like imposing
Yeah, no,
look
totally,
by
totally.
wiggling, humming, and like drumming on your head
Yeah,
to
yeah,
the
totally,
rhythm of the
totally.
music I'm listening
totally.
to.
Yeah,
I'm
think.
I'm getting a Master Blaster vibe actually.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I think there's like a beat of like silence as Sunrise seems very ponderous about what to do next, with a range of options that range from like help with the fridge to various unpleasantness. And there's just like this weighty moment, and then they nod and they step up and they help with the fridge.
Cool. They take it inside into the living room area and like lay it down on its back, and like open up the like doors, and they're like, all right, cool. Hey Sunrise, did you want some more of that? We had some more sawdust. We're trying to get rid of that pole. It's like ugly.
I haven't like even told you about the sawdust. So
Yeah, I think I look up at you.
yeah, I just like put a hand in my pocket and like hold out some sawdust and then put it back in my
I give like
pocket.
a proud nod, and I'm like, more sawdust to be appreciated, but that's not why we're here.
Oh, all right. Well, like if you help us get the pole down, you can have the whole pillar.
Don't have time, I'm afraid. Mito's having some trouble out at the Grove.
And
Is
they're like,
Sticks in?
they're like, oh no, Sticks said that he heard something about like some cats or something. And we were like, that sounds like a good idea. So yeah, they took the
What are
van.
you gonna do with cats?
I don't know, like keep them around. They seem useful.
Like
Mice and
pet
stuff.
cats?
Yeah, probably.
Well then, I'd like to leave a message the sticks.
Sure. Do you want me to like? Yeah, I can tell him. What's up? Is this about?
And I
Is
think
this about
that-
earlier?
Yeah, I think there's like the ghost of like an ironic smile on their face, and then their face just goes dead, like cold. You tell him if he thinks about pointing a gun anywhere near my kid again, not only will he not have a finger with which to pull a trigger, he will not have eyes with which to look at them.
I think like as soon as like Sunrise has started sort of like with this kind of threat, like I've like, you know, climbed off their shoulders and I've like gone around like next to Partridge and I'm like kind of like playing with Partridge's clothes. Like I'm just sort of like I've gone up next to her and I'm just kind of like idly just sort of like patting her clothes and like as Sunrise finishes talking I just kind of like look up at her and I'm just sort of like stroking like the zipper on her jacket or something.
Yeah. So I think Partridge like looks to Hollow and she's like, yo, like, it's like a gun. What are you talking about? Look, I know that I know that Sticks was like shitty to your kid, but like maybe but like no one did anything with any guns. We don't. We keep that shit in the car.
I'm gonna read a person.
Yeah. Am I like as a player getting that wrong, or is Partridge lying?
No.
I don't know.
Hollow's the one speaking.
Oh, Hollow's speaking.
Yeah,
Was Hollow
she's-
Hollow or Hoover?
Hoover.
Oh, sorry, Hoover. Sorry,
Hoover.
Hoover's speaking,
Okay.
and she's like a peacemaking sort of character. So
Yeah, well, I'm reading the situation because I don't believe this shit. Actually, no. Instead, I open the eye and I look at her and I look into her, and that's how I'm gonna find out what really happened.
okay.
I like that you're opting for opening your brain instead of reading a
It's
person.
highlighted.
I mean, that's true.
Vincent Baker is telling me through the game design
It's
what I
true.
should do in this
It's
situation.
true. I mean,
And
make a valid point.
I will listen to Vincent Baker.
Wise.
Yep.
Well,
Give, would you like to aid or interfere?
No.
Okay,
I'm just
that's
gonna
fair.
say
That's fair. No, I just wanted to ask.
I think Give is not just like doesn't really know what your like grown up plan is.
Yeah,
He's
that's
just
fair.
waiting for you to like solve the problem.
That's entirely fair.
yeah. So like,
I open the eye of the dreaming and I look into Hoover.
yeah, and you
And bad
like,
things happen.
yeah, right. First up, like that sound starts, right? That drone, and then like it becomes whispers, and then it becomes like words rewound quickly on a tape as you like replay their words between them, and like you replay like every word that they've said today in your mind, right? And like you're going through it, but you're finding nothing. You're like
Yeah.
it's almost as if like as if it's like perfectly rehearsed, and then like you kind of like play, so like you rewind back through it and then you play through the day of their words, and then you come back and then you find yourself there, and you're playing, and it plays up to the point where like you started this conversation, and then it plays through the conversation, and then it plays to the point where you opened your eye, and then it plays through a part where you're like apologize for being so rude, and that like you really appreciate the way that they like work with you, and that you'd really like to come and help out with getting rid of that pole a bit later, and then you and then you ask if either of them can give you a lift down to the down to wherever you were going, and then like it's not until you're out of their presence that this stops, where you're just watching it all as if it were a replay.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm disassociating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cool.
That's amazing.
And also,
intense.
you know that didn't happen, right? Like,
Or like, so what you mean is like when they sort of come out of
they were
like,
really nice to the kid that was in their house and asked them not to be there.
right? As in, you know that the gun thing didn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. But can you clarify for me as a player?
Yeah.
Did the gun thing happen in actual reality, as far as I experienced it, or am I misremembering?
I'm not going to gaslight you as a GM. Like, as a GM, out of character, yes, that did really happen.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
okay.
Just checking. I just was really unsure.
The psychic maelstrom is
Yeah,
gaslighting
cool.
us all.
Okay,
but
sweet.
That's a different story.
Sweet. So the psychic maelstrom and someone is lying to me, but
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
all right, cool.
And I mean,
Sweet.
and I think the thing is that like when it comes to that part where you're like saying all these words, you you have this vague sensation that you're just repeating words that were said by someone who's standing just over your shoulder.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Super creepy. I love it.
Yeah.
So is it like we find ourselves?
You find
Like,
yourselves
having
at
done
the
all of that,
so you
or-
find yourselves at the end of the street that has the
the
grove in
burning
it.
thing? Yeah.
Like having been just dropped off?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Mito, let's. Do you like happen to catch up with them there, or are you heading straight south? Are you approaching it from the north?
Yeah, I think I'm coming. I think I'm coming straight from the north.
So
I'm
you'd be going like
just
through
straight.
the
I
industrial
see
yard to get
something.
there?
Sorry.
So you'd be going through the industrial yard to get to the grove where the smoke's coming?
Yes, I think I would be.
Cool, awesome. So yeah, like as you're passing through this massive industrial yard, you're like walking along and like you hear like you hear something like creak a little bit in like one of the sheds, and like you turn around and like there's this like massive excavator like sitting there like curled up, and like almost as if it's like sleeping. And like you're like watching it and you like walk into something, you step back and there's this massive like humanoid mech suit like rusting, with like massive like claw hands, like just in like leaning over, powered down with like a metal like grate over the like, it's like a bobcat but like but like with arms and legs.
A bobcat suit.
Yeah. And you like walk into this thing and like just narrowly escape like grazing yourself on its sharp claws. Yeah, and like
This is probably a place worth remembering.
yeah, and you can see it, and like you can hear like from one of the sheds there's this like humming sound, just like almost like a whine, like someone's left, like you know how sometimes you can hear when someone's left a TV on standby.
Yeah, you get
kind of-
that subaudible hum
yeah,
thing. Yeah,
which is like coming through from one of those sheds, and you like get to the end of the industrial yard, and the smell of chemicals is in the air, and like there's a road, right, and it's a thin road. It's like one car goes along this road, and then on the other side is a fucking jungle, right? These massive black, gnarled, like almond trees are like just deeply interlocked, all amongst themselves. There are these vines growing up over them. There are like, I think you can see, Emily, what are some like things that would be fruiting in a winter?
Things
Like-
would be fruiting in winter. If it's like an orchard, there's totally one of those big cacti, with the like red fruits.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah.
That's just like filled up a whole bunch of the space in between.
Yeah,
um,
and like and you
And
like
the last of the Fajoas.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, and maybe some fajoas.
and like you peer through and you can see this like building with like wood panel walls and like shingles and like a massive door with a huge wooden tree like carved into it, and like there's like windows between the panels of the door, and like you can see and like they're like cracked in things, and like scattered around there's like little bins and things that are like scattered around in this place, but like the whole thing is overtaken with like trees just like filling in any space that isn't spare.
Wow.
Mm.
I kind of
And
want
you know
to
that this place is like a dangerous place, right? Like, yeah, weird
Yeah.
shit happens here.
How far away am I from the? Like, I can clear the chemicals I can smell. I assume are coming from the fire.
No, the chemicals you can smell are from being in the industrial yard.
Oh, okay.
Like you can
Can I
smell
tell how-
you can smell that burning scent, but like it's being overpowered by like the smell of like vinegar, like really strong vinegary smell.
Okay. I kind of want to check the place out, but I'm a little bit worried about doing that.
So you're just here, right? Like just on this corner here.
Okay.
So this road is like one of those like like it's a very like there is such a thin divide between like the machines on one side and the like twisted trees of the other side.
Does it look particularly? It doesn't look like anyone's used this place in a while. It looks like
No,
maybe
it looks like it's
it's
been abandoned for a long time.
See, I'm also yeah. All right.
At what point do we find Nito?
So you've
I-
been dropped off here.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I think I'm gonna
Wait, could
just.
you-
Could you
Oh,
ping me?
thank you, Ash. Yep.
I think I'm just gonna keep. I think I'm just gonna keep going.
Mm-hmm.
I think that right now the fire is probably more important than anything that could be grabbed from the the building. So I'm gonna hold off for a second there. I think,
Mm-hmm.
and
Sure.
just keep going.
Yeah.
But I'm certainly going to mention to my friends who are looking for things that could be sold that is a very strong scent of chemical coming from that building, and that could probably be something they could take advantage of
Cool.
when I see them. If I see them, I hope I see them.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, I think as like Sunrise and Give get out of Partridge's car, and it like drives away, I think Sunrise does that thing where like a fly has just landed on you and like absently like flicks it away
Mhm.
as they like come back into like their experience of their body,
Yeah.
and it's just like what the fuck, what the fuck was that? That was not a comfortable experience. But also like I don't think a new one either. Like this eye is the tricksy fucker. Yeah.
Hmm.
You can smell now quite clearly. I think.
Yeah.
Sunrise, do you recognize the smell of burning human flesh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I tell by the smell of the fire whether it was started with like chemicals or like
It was not.
You know,
It was started with
matches slash fiction slash a thing that was not
It was started with
without
wood.
tarot? It was started with wood.
dry
right?
wood.
Ooh. Now I'm interested. You want to get back on?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Alright.
I just like sort of like clamber
So
up your shoulders.
give clampers up on my
Climb
shoulders,
back onto
and
it.
we head onwards in pursuit of whatever is on fire.
Cool. Awesome.
Quest for fire.
So you're both heading for fire.
Yeah.
I kind
plot
of want to
twist.
like. I think you head in and like the first thing that like you've got to deal with is these like there are these hexagonal like tiled stone flagstones that like seem to be like coming up and down out of the ground at like different heights, like the Giant's Causeway, that like where you have to like clamber over them. And I think you you pass between these like massive, this like big fence, where it's like it looks like someone's just like cut trees in half, and just stood them like just jammed them into the ground to make this fence, and then cut little windows and things in it, and like as you and yeah as you are you enter into the space, you like go to pass through the like gate, the break in this fence, to go into the actual grove itself, and for a second there you're sure that you see like someone looking at you through one of the little holes.
Ugh.
I'm pretty. So I'm pretty old, and I've seen some like weird maelstrom shit in my time. Is this at all familiar to me? Like I'm not looking for particulars, but just like is this like a new thing, or is this like the kind of thing that the maelstrom does?
It's the kind of thing that the maelstrom does. This
Alright,
is an area
so it's not like
yeah,
so it's not like, oh shit, the maelstrom is doing a new thing. It's just like, okay,
it
some
does.
maelstrom
I mean,
bullshit.
like this seems like it's more intense here, and it's always been like this. This
Yeah.
is why you avoid this place.
Yeah.
I think both of you are aware that the main reason that you don't go in here is that sometimes people just don't come back for no apparent reason.
With the fence, is it one of those things where like if there were really a person standing behind the fence, you would be able to see other parts of their body, but all we see is just like the bit of their face that
So here's the thing. I don't know, because I don't know whether or not do either of you look when you get that sense?
Yeah, I look.
Yeah.
Cool. There are two little lines on a pale white face with orange woolen hair on the doll that is just sitting in the like the recess of the fence, and it's just sitting there. It's like someone's put a doll there, but you are absolutely aware that it is watching you.
I want to climb down off of Sunrise's shoulders.
Yep.
And I want to go over and pick it up.
Cool.
I like nod a greeting at the doll.
Yeah. I think as you go to do so, it falls down behind the fence.
Right, like through the hole. Yeah. Yeah. So I like sort of like put my hand after it, like to grab it. But like it just like falls past my hand.
Yeah, it's so
and I, like,
warm through that
Put
hole.
my face up against the.
It's,
What was that?
It's so warm through that hole.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like put my face up against it
Yeah.
and I like say like to Sunrise, but like into the hole, like it's really warm on the other side.
It feels like a warm room that's been like heated by a stove.
I think I like have headed over and my hand is on their shoulder, not like currently applying any force, but ready to pull them very
Yeah.
quickly away from harm if anything bad starts to happen. Yeah.
Yeah, so I like when they put their hand on my shoulder, I like turn around and like look at them and I'm like, can we go in there? It seems really warm. I want that doll.
Is that where the fire is coming from? From the other side?
Yeah, from within the
inside?
grove. Yep.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Yep. That's where we're headed.
Cool. Excellent.
So I guess we have to find it like an actual other
Yeah.
gate.
So you said there was a gate.
Yeah, there is. You just walk through the hole in the fence,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, easy.
There's a gap in the
Boom.
fence. Back at
You
Jimmy.
walk through the hole.
Jimmy, you're gonna like just climb through the trees to just get in here?
Good luck.
You know what? Yeah. I mean, at this point, I'm not thinking clearly. I'm not thinking rationally. I've just lost a friend. Maybe this will help somehow. Yes, I'm just climbing through the trees.
Cool. Awesome. Roll to act under fire.
Uh,
Because
I'm
as
gonna.
soon as you start doing that, you like you can't see them moving, but you swear the trees are like grasping you and pushing you and all these sorts of things.
Okay, rolling under fire using my unflappable persona, allowing me to roll under hot instead of
What
cool.
does it look like? How does your unflappable
Uh,
persona help you here? As the trees
Uh,
are like literally grasping and pushing you.
Um,
Like I'm not saying it doesn't. I just want to know what it looks like.
okay, so it's I mean, earlier in the episode, I had no problem climbing a radio tower, which is, broken, jagged pieces of metal, um, with, that was reasonably high. I'm okay at climbing and doing things like this. Obviously, the shift is going to bother me, but I'm not going to let anyone know that. It's going to be like imagine what.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Roll it.
Any chance to pantomime? Okay,
Mhm.
and we are rolling and partial success.
Partial success.
Can I roll to aid?
Here's
'Cause
the deal.
Yeah.
You've been walking for like 10 minutes at the point where you see Mito. Right?
Yeah.
So far you've gone through like a deep, as far as you could tell, a small desert that was like surrounded by a little, so like, yeah, you went through like there's like a little like brick wall that you climbed over into what appeared to be like a dune-laden desert. And like which had like little like white stone like fortresses in it, like little like towers, like poking up out of the sand. I think that's the thing that like, and like I think you like after that you see like a copse of trees in this like, in this thing, and you like get to the other side of it, and like you're suddenly just in this like, mess of almond trees.
So it takes us more time to get to where Mito is than it should, and we have to go through places that don't make sense to have to go through.
Yeah, you're going to. So here's the thing. I'm going to make you, Sunrise, roll, roll, act under fire, right? If you
Before I
want-
can aid Mito.
before you can aid Mito. If you fail this, there is harm.
I think I'm fine with that.
Yeah, it'll be deprivation harm, D-harm,
Yeah.
whatever it's called.
Yeah, totally. That's cool.
Cool, partially. In which case you can get there to Mito, but you get separated from Kiddo.
Hmm?
So
And is that a worse outcome, or is that an ugly
that's
choice? Like, is that...
okay. Okay, I think the thing is that you see, like, you find yourself at the position where you can see Mito in trouble, and you can see
Give about to run off and do something dumb?
Oh, right.
I think Give, is it reasonable to suggest you might have climbed into one of these towers to see what was inside?
Absolutely reasonable.
Right, so you can see Give opening one of these doors, right? These big wooden doors on the to one of these towers, and you can
My
can
question
see
is though,
like yeah, and you can see Mito being like strangled by one of these things.
Please.
Strangled. Wait, what?
You had a question.
my question is though, did I manage to find the doll? Was the doll on the other side of the fence?
No, it wasn't. It was gone.
Damn it. Okay. I'll get that doll. I will get it.
I think that's the reason that you turned off the path, right? And ended up in this desert in the first place. Was because you were like, no, the
Yeah.
doll's just over there.
Okay, yeah. So I'm trying to look into a tile. Yep, cool. You can only save one.
Yeah.
I mean, like, one's just opening a door. The other one's, like, literally being, like, pulled
Exactly.
on by,
Fine,
like,
I'm fine.
animate
Don't worry.
trees.
It's cool. I'm
Have I
fine.
seen them yet?
Not right now.
Not
I
right.
think you're a little busy.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
focusing.
no. I just.
Let me have a look. I think I'm gonna stick with give actually because I've just checked my hex with Mito, and it's not great. So I might actually end up being more hindrance than help if I roll badly. On an aid. So like I'm not I'm not gonna do that to you, Jimmy. I'm not gonna risk that.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, so I think again, like a big hand comes down on Give's shoulder and just like gently pulls them back away from the door. We don't go into strangers' houses uninvited.
I do.
And I just let out the long-suffering sigh of someone too old to be dealing with a young child and their shenanigans.
But like I let
the
myself be
apocalypse.
like
Yeah.
moved back, but I just sort of like
Yeah. It's always. This is my life. Always, they're always like this.
So, Jimmy, what can I do to you?
You said strangled. That's not a word that I like.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. You can get to that door that you were like, where there was like a little bit of a veranda and the door, and there was a safe spot, right? You can get there,
Yeah.
but it's gonna fucking, like, these things are gonna cut you on the way there. Alternatively, you can just let them take you where they want to take you.
And I still haven't seen.
I think you've
Sunrise?
spotted. I think you like caught glimpses of sunrise, right?
Enough to know that it's sunrise.
Enough to know that it's a person that, I don't know, like enough to have a feeling.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I think that's my friend, right?
Right. Okay.
I mean, my silhouette is pretty like distinctive.
Yeah.
Right? Especially with the kid riding.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like, we're hard to miss.
I think I'm going to let them take me where they want to go,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to try and signal sunrise to either like that I will be okay, but maybe stick by and follow me and find out where we're going. If
So,
that's
I mean, like, what happens is you just get lifted up into the top of the boughs of the trees, right? Like,
Oh,
up
oh, okay.
high, and then you just get tipped, and you fall from like, and then you feel yourself like feel something like crunch under you, and you smash into into like a roof. And your nose is filled with the delicious smell of like spiced pumpkin pie. And you're just staring up at the sky,
it's just like
and like there's just this snow coming down towards you, but like never hits you.
the snow never hits me.
No. There's snow drifting
Okay.
down, but it doesn't seem to make it past the top of those boughs. Like where the top of those
Yeah.
boughs of the trees are, it never makes it past there.
Okay. So I'm on top of one of the
So you
house
sit
at the
up,
moment.
and you're on the top of like on the top of like a building. There's
Yep.
Like it's got like a corrugated iron roof, and you've like crashed on a pumpkin, and like this whole thing has got like pumpkin, like the whole roof is covered in like pumpkins and zucchinis and all of these sorts of like
a roof garden.
Oh, I
yeah,
am.
like a roof garden, yeah. And you've like crushed a couple of these things.
I want to grab some of these while I'm here, surveying the area.
Cool.
Is,
Please roll cool.
am I just straight cool, or am I doing something under fire?
Nope. Rolling cool.
Custom move.
Mm.
I'm watching you.
All right.
It's a partial success.
All right. When you take fruit from the roof gardens. When you take produce from the roof gardens, roll cool. On a 7 to 9, you just take 1, and hope no one notices.
I'm down with doing that. Is there? These are all root vegetables.
They're
Sounds
things that grow
like-
on vines. They're melons. They're
Right.
pumpkin. I think it's probably a lot of pumpkins and zucchinis. Emily, other things that
Yeah.
grow in that like autumn period.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab me a nice zucchini. Is what I'm gonna grab.
Yeah, cool.
We get okra at that
Yeah.
time of year, probably.
Maybe.
probably,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's an interesting
I
one.
think passion fruit is fruiting around then.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah, no.
Yep.
I would absolutely grab it. A passion fruit because it's
And
delicious
fuck,
and
yeah.
hand-sized.
So you grab it, right, and you pluck it off the vine, and it makes this like whimpering, like slight scream, like whimpering sound of something dying.
Does.
And
Why
it's
do
time
you-
for a break.
And I didn't cause the first death in this game. Yes.
Shall we take a break there?
That seems like a good place.
Yeah. I
death
killed
of
the
a passion
passion
fruit.
fruit plant.
Kill the passion fruit.
No, you didn't kill the plant. You just killed this
Just killed the
individual passion fruit.
Horrible
Yeah.
person.
You're a murderer.
What a monster. Why do we even hang out with you?
I mean, there hasn't really been a scene of us hanging out yet, right? Like we've been doing
Yeah.
business with each other. So
Yeah.
I just drop into
exactly.
your house to eat your tongues. It's fine.
All
That
right.
doesn't sound like a friend bonding activity.
Okay. All right. It is time for a break. We'll be back shortly.